Before we begin, please press the like button and the subscribe button.
All right, I want you to do something for me. Go take a look at your Wi-Fi router. Chances are, tucked away on the back, there's a little USB port just gathering dust. We all do it. We set these things up and then totally forget about them. But what if I told you that tiny ignored port is actually a gateway to some seriously cool features you're probably not using?
Yeah, that's right. We tend to think of our routers as these simple boxes that just broadcast a Wi-Fi signal, but they're really not. They're actually powerful little mini computers, and they can do so much more than just connect you to the internet. So today, we're going to unlock that hidden potential.
Let's kick things off with what is easily the most popular, and you could argue one of the most powerful uses for this port, turning it into your own personal cloud storage.
The technical term is network-attached storage, or you'll hear people call it a NAS, but don't let the name intimidate you. It's incredibly simple. You just plug a USB drive into your router, and bam, that drive is now available to every single device connected to your Wi-Fi. We're talking your laptop, your phone, your smart TV, everyone can see it. It's an amazing way to share files, or more importantly, back up your critical data.
Now, there is one little catch you need to be aware of, and it all comes down to power. That USB port on your router only puts out about 15 watts. For things like a flash drive or a modern SSD, that's plenty of juice. They're pretty much plug and play. But if you've got one of those bigger, older mechanical hard drives, it might need its own separate power adapter to work, so just keep that in mind.
And here are a few tips that'll save you a major headache down the line. First, and trust me on this, format your drive as exFAT. It's kind of the universal language that both Windows PCs and Macs can understand perfectly, so you won't have any compatibility nightmares. And for all you Mac users, dig into your router's settings. A surprising number of them support Apple's Time Machine, which makes your backups completely automatic and wireless. It's brilliant. All right, let's move on to our second trick. This one is all about breathing new life into old hardware. We're talking about making that ancient printer of yours finally go wireless.
Come on, we've all got one. That perfectly good printer sitting in the corner, but it's from the dark ages of USB-only connections. You wish you could just print from your laptop on the couch, but nope, you're stuck having to plug it in every single time. Well, that little USB port on your router might just be the solution you've been looking for.
Okay, here is the one requirement, and it is a big one. For this to work, your router has to have a feature called a print server. Not every router has it, so you'll need to log into your router's admin settings or just check the manual for your model. If you see that option, you are golden.
But what if it doesn't? Don't worry, there's a plan B for the more adventurous among us. You can use a tiny little computer, like a Raspberry Pi, to create your own print server. It takes a little bit of setup for sure, but even a super low-powered Pi can get the job done without breaking a sweat.
Okay, this next one is a genuine lifesaver. What do you do when your internet goes down? You know, right before that huge deadline or just as you're about to stream the season finale. You use that USB port as an emergency backup. Many routers let you plug in a 4G or 5G mobile hotspot or even your smartphone and share that cellular connection with your entire home network. Look, it's probably not going to be as fast as your main connection, but when you're in a jam, it is more than enough to get you back online. And the best part is how simple it usually is. If your router supports this, you just connect your phone with its USB cable, pop into your phone settings, and find the option for USB tethering. You flip that on, and within seconds, your phone's mobile data is powering your entire home's Wi-Fi network. It's that easy. And finally, our fourth use case. Let's think beyond just data for a second. That USB port is also a reliable source of power, which makes it a perfect little hub for some of your other gadgets. Now, hold on, we're not talking about charging your phone here. It would be way too slow for that. But for all those little low-power smart home or Internet of Things devices that need to be on 24/7, it's an ideal, super stable power source that's already in a convenient spot.
The perfect example is powering a Raspberry Pi. You can tuck it right behind the router, which guarantees it has a super strong Wi-Fi signal, or lets you use a tiny, neat little Ethernet cable. This setup is absolutely fantastic for home projects, like running a Pi-hole to block ads across your entire network, or maybe even hosting a tiny little server.
So, as we wrap things up, I really want to come back to this one point. Of all the cool tricks we've talked about, creating a simple network drive just to back up your important files, that's something I think everybody should do. It's easy and, honestly, it's essential. So there you have it, 4 really powerful uses, all from that one port you've probably been ignoring. You can create your own personal cloud, make an ancient printer feel new again, Get a backup internet connection in an emergency and power up your smart gadgets.
Your router's USB port is no longer just a piece of plastic. It's a tool. It's packed with potential, and it's just sitting there waiting for you. So, the only question left is, what are you going to connect first?